Let's take you live to Motherwell in the Eastern Cape now, where residents are protesting over service delivery issues. Sipha Kema joins us for more of those details. Sipha, Motherwell, the scene often of protest action of this nature. Tell us what's unfolded there.
Well, as you've mentioned, Michelle, that this is not anything new. This has been happening for quite a number of years now, where we've seen Arrow Road being shut down by protesters from the various informal settlements in this area. Now, it's not just one settlement. We are in Nomakanjani, but we've also seen residents from Enkanini who've also taken to the streets, just like we saw on Wednesday when they burnt a truck and every traffic came to a halt because of the protest. Now, the issue here at hand, as always, has been the housing issue, but also the relocation promise that was made by the municipality to various residents around here in the various informal settlements. But people find that as the years have gone, nothing is happening, or even what they've been told, they find that doesn't really correlate to what the councillor then tells them. Now, we're going to show you some of the issues that are raised by these community members. Now, what you're seeing here, it's water left over from the rain. So they're telling us that in parts of this area, whenever it rains, it gets flooded. And as you can see that the water here hasn't been completely drained, but you can also see that it has turned into some kind of murky water, but also quite hazardous for young children who are constantly having to be called back from playing in this area. Now, we've also passed along this way. We passed areas between houses that actually look like this, but also the area that the community had built in is not too far from the river, or rather the dam that's close by. It's near the dam and the wetland as well. But we're going to bring in Mr. Luvuyo Dumezweni, who is one of the community leaders, just to tell us, Budi, ingxaki eninazo apha siyayibona le yamanzi apha ubusixelela uba kukho nengxaki ze-sewage ezihamba ngaphakathi ezindlini abantu bahlala kwindawo enje napha le ndawo besigqitha kuyo.
Yes, ma'am. There are a lot of the sewages around the houses. Even the other houses around here, there are waters that are coming underneath of the house. A lot of the people, they left their houses and go to rent. And we've been speaking with Maspala since 23, it has been years now we've been speaking about this thing. They also coming up with promises, a lot of promises. And then we are sick and tired of these promises now. That's why the people, they started to take action again. This thing, we off going to the street and burn tires, we try to avoid it. We started to communicate with the police station. We were working with the police station. All of the other captains in the police station, we have communicated with them, and we've been speaking with them. The MMC of Human Settlement, he undermines the councillors. A lot of the councillors, he undermines them. He undermines even the communities. If he comes here, he will just tell us what is going to happen. And then after that, when we are trying to talk with him and then come up with something that is written in the paper, because that's the only thing that you make the promise to the people, come up with something that is written in the paper and it has been signed. But if you're asking about that, he will tell you, no, everything is sorted. You have your own place that I will relocate you to that place. And when the time comes for him to take us there, he will just tell us that now everything I'm done, my part. It is up to my officials now. You speak to his officials, they will tell us, no, go to Mr. Mafan, to MMC. They were playing with us. Even our councillor now, he told us, no, he's sick and tired of them. He told them that just do what the people wants to do and leave me out of this thing.
So where you are going to be relocated, is that a piece of land or are they temporary units? What was the promise when they move communities from this area? Where are they taking them?
The first, they came up with us and tell us that they will relocate us to around at NU5. There were a lot of land there. They told us that they will relocate us there. And then he told us that he is finished to speak with that councillor. And that is municipality's land. And then all of these people that are living there, they have their own 4 pens of their houses. So we keep that, we waited for him to relocate us to there. When the time comes to take us and they relocate us, the people of that places, they tell us they don't want us to that places. They came up and tell us that they have Plan B now. They even take us as a community leaders to Yudnik, Cheti, and to Malaba. They told us that will be the places that we must choose. That is Plan B. They are taking us into that places. So we were, and then a lot of people, they were happy just they will have a place to stay. They said, okay, we better to take Malaba. When we go there to meet the community of Malaba, the community of Malaba rejected us. And they were angry and saying that you cannot bring another people, but we are sick and tired of the crime that is happening into our area. And we've been years that we've been sitting here waiting for the houses, but you are bringing another people. How are you going to give us houses if you are bringing another people, but we are still waiting?
Sure. Now, Upoti, what would be the way forward as a community leader? The conversations that you are having with your councillor, your ward councillor, what is the way forward, and what is the councillor then saying is the way forward to resolve this issue? Because it seems like as a community you've been sent from post to post, but also the issue here is that the municipality, have they written what you have asked for to confirm that you are leaving indeed?
Yes, the only way forward to our councillor, I don't want to lie, he doesn't know anything just because they don't tell him the straight answers, or they're just playing with him. And then that's why the councillor doesn't have a way forward. But as our community, we were just asking for the places just because at Ward 53, there are a lot of piece of lands here. If they can just take it, or a lot of people here that are at the places like this and put them into those places, even if they were saying that we will put you temporal into these places and then try to find a way so that we can give you a permanent places.
All right, so thank you so much. That's Mr. Tumezweni, Mr. Luvuyo Tumezweni, community leader at Noma Kanjani Informal Settlement in Motherwell, Michelle, painting us a picture and also of the conversations that they've had with the MMC of the Nelson Mandela Municipality for Human Settlements, and also the councillor saying that now they find as though there's no way forward because there's different stories that is being told to the community, that is being said by the councillor as well as the MMC. But of course, later on, we will bring in the municipality so that they could also let us know from their side of things what the issue could be. We know that this has been an issue when it comes to housing in the Nelson Mandela Bay Metro. We're talking about areas like Gqeberha, in areas that we saw that had flooded, where people were being moved in floodlines. But that community, wherever they were moved to, they were being rejected by that community, saying that they were also promised housing on that particular piece of land. So we will continue bringing you more updates from the ground as now we move on to issues of electricity in another area of the Nelson Mandela Bay Metro.